In 2023, I decided to start my fitness journey and I started to document the whole thing on Instagram. The only difference is that I was born with a genetic skin condition called butterfly skin. This genetic disorder makes my skin incredibly fragile, like a wing of a butterfly. Hence the name of this condition, butterfly skin. And this is how I started my whole journey of working out. You might already know me from other platforms like Instagram or TikTok, and you might already see my other videos like working out in the gym or at home and documenting my journey. I started with the intention of keeping myself accountable. At first my Instagram page was private and I only accepted a few close friends to follow my page. After a few months, my intentions were also to motivate other people by documenting my whole journey with this chronic skin condition. I wanted to show people that no matter what struggles they face every single day, if they put their mind to it, they can achieve anything in this world. Let me briefly explain my skin condition to you and tell you about a couple of symptoms. This genetic skin condition makes your skin incredibly fragile because of the lack of critical proteins called collagen type 7 that binds together the two layers of the skin, the dermis and the epidermis. By lacking these critical proteins, the skin becomes not only extremely fragile, but creating constant blistering on the skin. These blisters later turn into open wounds, which are incredibly hard to heal. And these open wounds, if they heal, they turn into scars, and the whole cycle repeats itself. This condition affects me from the inside and out, because blisters can appear on the tongue, inside the mouth, and inside the esophagus as well, which leads to problems like narrowing of the esophagus due to constant scarring of the soft tissue, which makes eating and drinking extremely hard and painful sometimes. Another symptom of this skin condition is that the fingers start to grow together from a young age due to weaker bone structure, making the fingers grow together completely. I consider myself extremely lucky because I have my thumb completely free, making my life easier by allowing me to grab small things and, for example, to allow me to write with a pen. I've been working out for almost 3 years now, but it's been always ups and downs, and I just simply couldn't stay consistent with it. In a long time, for the past 3 weeks, my condition and my body allowed me to go to the gym 3 times a week, and during these 3 weeks, I've been giving my absolute everything into every workout session I had, and I feel the most locked in than ever before. It is certainly extremely difficult to work out with my skin condition, and it definitely makes my everyday life much harder. But over these years, I always figured out my own way of doing things inside and outside of the gym. In today's video, I will show you how I get ready for the gym, and I will guide you through my back and biceps workout. So let's not waste any more time and jump straight into it. So when I start to get ready for the gym, I always start by applying extra bandages to my hands, because if I don't, I usually get a lot of blisters on my hands by lifting weights. So basically, I have to make sure that I minimize damaging my skin any further. I usually still get blisters even with the extra bandages, but it helps to reduce further damage to my skin. I get a lot of questions about how did I end up losing my hands, but the truth is that I did not lose my hands. I have both of my hands, but as I mentioned earlier in the beginning of this video, fingers are just forced to stick together due to too much scar tissue building up over the years, and that's the reason why my hands are looking like mittens. I usually have already had my pre-workout and I maybe have eaten some pre-workout meal, but this time I didn't record that. But the next step is to apply my favorite fragrance to the gym, and then we're almost ready to go. One of the hardest things with EB is actually to find the perfect shoe that can fit my feet perfectly without leaving me in pain. And then the next hardest step is to tie my shoelaces. I usually just ask for help from my parents to tie my shoelaces, but I recently got into the habit to force myself to do it my own way and to figure out my own ways, and also to make sure that I can do it on my own. Last but not least, I'm picking up my jacket from YoungLA, and then I'm ready to go to the gym. A lot of you guys don't know this information, but last year I got my driver's license, and I'm able to drive my vehicle with a special wheel steering device. When I arrive to the gym, I usually start by warming up my body parts that I'm going to train, and make sure to warm them up pretty nicely to avoid any possible injuries, because my skin tearing apart is enough injury in itself, and I really need to be the most careful as I possibly can to avoid any type of muscle strains or injuries in the gym. Almost every time I usually start by doing leg pull downs, and I usually do 2 warm-up sets to really make sure that I avoid any type of injuries in the gym. I usually do 2 to 3 working sets of 6 to 8 reps, but I also like to experiment about my training sessions, and sometimes I do 3 working sets and 8 to 12 reps. I continue my workout with cable rows, and I have this narrow grip attachment to it that I'm able to grab actually pretty nicely, and it's a really nice attachment that I can use in the gym. Next up, I'm hopping into the preacher curls machine, and I'm doing 2 warm-up sets here to warm up my biceps super nicely, and I do usually 2 working sets of 6 to 8 reps. Basically, this is the only exercise I can do for my biceps the best. I tried other ones like cable curls, but that wasn't the best. But recently I have found a really nice fixable strap that I can attach to the cables, and I'm doing cable curls with some straps, and that's really good as well. Or I just use the easy bar to do bicep curls, but basically that's the hardest because I can't actually grab the bar and I just have to balance the easy bar on my hands. And last but not least, I finish my workout by spamming some shrugs. And I finish every workout by checking out my physique and checking out the pump. Not because I have the most craziest, absolutely Mr. Olympia type of physique, but because I like to see where I came from and where I am now, and I like to check out my progress and if I have improved anything over the last couple of weeks. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I really hope that I was able to demonstrate how difficult this skin condition makes my everyday life. I feel that it's my duty to bring awareness to this debilitating skin condition and to motivate people with my story. If you haven't already and you got motivated by this video, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to follow me on all social media platforms. All of my official links will be down in the description. If you want to support me even further, make sure to check out my Patreon page and subscribe to see my videos 1 week earlier than the rest of the world. I also have a one-time donation option where you can support my content creation and fitness journey as well. I thank you for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. And until then, push beyond your limits.